Hi, I'm Zoe Avid. I'm a financial expert, and I'm going to talk about abundance and scarcity. I think it's really important when you're dealing in life in general and finance that you think with abundance mindset as opposed to a scarcity mindset. And I think that's a huge difference in the way that I work with individuals, people in my team, clients, or when I'm training agents, is to get them thinking like that as opposed to the scarcity. And it's really easy when you get into numbers and accounting and finance to get into scarcity because you only have this much money coming in and your bills are this much. So therefore you have to spend less than you make, which is a truth. But what ends up happening here is that you end up pinching pennies or cutting back things or trying to fit into a mold instead of expanding your reality to fit your goals and dreams. And so when you're doing financial planning, I think it's so important. It's so much easier to help someone to figure out how to make more money than to cut their expenses down, or some financial gurus that say you can live and eat for only $50 a week or something like this. Like, I hate that mentality. It doesn't, to me, it never works. And people, when they get driven down and less happy about the subject of their finances, or they're not enjoying their life, they don't make more money. They don't expand. They don't do better. So it is so important. I'm not that person that'll tell someone like, don't drink Starbucks, or I'm not about cutting down expenses as much as I am figuring out how to add investments as bills, how to add things and expand on a gradient, and help people to think with, see the fact or the reality of their situation and figure out how to make more money, how to add to that, how to make it happen. Because there's only so much that you can cut people back, So this is really how I work with people, and it's been really successful, and it's really amazing. Sometimes you put even an extra $10, $50, $100 a month onto someone's bills, and it doesn't even make sense. They can't even find it. They're like, I'm spending exactly what I make, or I'm spending slightly more than I make. Somehow, because this is just how the universe works. And there are these intangibles to finance, because finance is such a weird subject already. It's subject to all types of emotions and impulses and urges and all of that. Somehow, they manage to make that happen and still invest and save and grow at the same time as paying all their bills or paying their debt down. So I found that to be so much more successful than trying to, figure out how to cut back. And don't get me wrong, you gotta, do the right steps for the situation that you're in. I definitely have people come to me that are being very, very extravagant, or they're overspending in different areas, and maybe they don't know that they're doing that, and they can easily correct these things when they spot it, or they can get help and so forth. But in general, when someone has a very basic financial situation, you don't really get anywhere by figuring out how to cut them down. You only get places by helping them, add and increase everything that they're doing.